Alright guys, how's it going? It is Mr. Extra of Team Extra. It is time for the YCS Recap. Now, usually for the recap, right, everyone who's gone down is typically in the video too, but what ended up happening is after day one, because none of us ended up making day two, we stayed up real late, partied a little bit in the hotel, and we just got around to not doing it, and then we had to leave in the morning because I had to go to work. So I'll just give you like a short recap of who went, what we all played, records that I remember, stuff that happened. It was a little interesting. So I played Lightsworn. I went 5-3-1. Unfortunate. There was a lot of draws today. Well, not today, but in the YCS. Like, there was a lot of draws. Konami needs to step up their game with their judges. There was a lot of shitty judge calls. There was... it was, if I compare like YCS Indy from this year to last year, I did get more stuff this year because I actually had more money, so I was able to chase down QCRs, like Lightsworn cards, get mats, stuff like that. Last year was just better when it came down to like the judge staff and how stuff was being handled and everything like that. It was like very... It was a lot worse this year. I don't know how to explain it. If you were there, you would know. If you watched the stream, there was a lot of stuff that went through that should not have gone through. We'll circle back to that. So I went 5-3-1. If I would have taken one less loss, I kind of bubbled in the day two. Played Lightsworn. Matchups for me were simple. 2 Tenpai, 2 Ebel, 2 Sky Striker, 1 Salad, 1 Drytron, 1 Branded. That was my matchups. My only losses were to both Tenpai players. Shifter's a good card against my deck. And a Ubel player who I bricked on in game 3, and he just ended up killing me real fast. Jackson played Birds. If I remember, he dropped relatively early. I'm trying to remember why or like when. But I think he was out by round 5 or round 6. Or I'm going to say round 6. And he just dropped out, and then he chilled, looked at some of the other events and whatnot. He said that he regretted doing Birds, that he should have played Goblins instead, last time I talked to him about it, but that's just what it is sometimes. I don't know his pairings, though, unfortunately. Evan played Dinomorphia. He ended up going 6-3, took his loss in the very, very last round, which was unfortunate, because if he would have actually won it and gone 7-2, he would have went right in the day 2. But hey, you win some, you lose some, right? So, Jake played Cash Snake Eyes. He ended up dropping around, I want to say around round 7 or so. Yeah, it was round 7. He ended up taking one loss too many kind of early. I only played it out realistically because I could have just, dropped as well. But we had the hotel for the rest of the day, and we were leaving in the morning, so I just played it out just to see if I could squeeze out more wins, which I did. Kareem played Marincess. He ended up dropping out relatively early too. I want to say round 5, round 6. Could be wrong. He did pretty decent. I don't exactly remember his pairings either, unfortunately, because he's not physically here right now. But from walking around in between rounds and just from what I've seen, it was the most represented decks in the room were Snake Eyes and Tenpai. It was primarily Snake Eyes, but I didn't even get to play it, even though my deck was tailored to deal with Snake Eye. There was a lot of Tenpai. There was a lot of random stuff like Drytron. There was a lot of Stun, a lot of Runic, a lot of Ubel, odds and end stuff, an excessive amount of odds and end stuff. The vendors were pretty good this year when it came to like prices, so that was good. The feature matches, I need to go back and watch, but from what I've seen, like I said earlier, there was a lot of misplays on the feature match, like people resolving Bonfire in the Imperm column, Rivalry being flipped over and Little Knight being used and all this other stuff, and then Little Knight not coming back. Like it was a mess, like an absolute mess. Aside from that, for day 2, Snake Eye ended up winning the event. Congratulations, Polio. I want to say Paulo. I think it's Polio though. It's like Paul with an O at the end. If I butchered that, I apologize. He ended up winning the whole thing and putting Chris LeBlanc in second. But I mean, that's second's still pretty good. Still pretty good. As for experience-wise, I ran into a lot of cool people I haven't seen in a while. Took some pictures around some banners and stuff. Me and my squad, we ended up even hitting up one of the bars in Indy, just right by our hotel. That was okay. It was the Empire Bar. That's like right down the street from the venue. That one was pretty cool. Not too much else really. It was pretty mellow for the most part. Just like event itself, I feel like could have got ran a little bit better. One thing I do want to point out, and this was a huge problem, right? We could have got day one done like probably 2 hours earlier, but almost after every single round, there was massive time extensions. I remember it was like round 8. I was watching these people duel up at the top tables. It was Snake Eyes versus Flo, and they had a 25-minute time extension. That is half of the actual time limit to do a match. A little over half. 45 minutes, 25 minutes, you get it. I don't know how that happened. I can't even think of the amount of penalties and stuff that would get a time extension like that unless they both got deck checked and there were issues and complications. Also, side note, somebody did get banned. I'm not going to say anything about that. I know what happened. If you want to know, you can message me directly and I'll tell you. Just someone got banned for doing some stuff they weren't supposed to do. Simple as that. I'm not going to explain too hard into it. But, yeah. The event itself could have been handled better. Judges need to pay more attention. And just like every event, don't forget that people will rule shark you for an advantage. Whether it be mistiming on a trigger effect, a card slightly sticking out of a sleeve, or your stuff not being enveloped. And if you don't know what enveloped is, it's where you take your card, you put it in the first sleeve. Well, you take a card, you slide it upside down into a sleeve, and you take that sleeve and put it upside down into a sleeve, where it's the outer sleeve is the open side is on top, and the inner sleeve, the open side, is on the bottom. But yeah, it was a day. It was a day. It wasn't too bad. Ran into some pretty cool people. The guy who did Exodia on the feature last year, he was there too. Cool people. Jackson ended up getting some pictures of him. Pac was there. Sam was there. Just Cotton was there. Chris LeBlanc was there. DB Grinder was there. It was a pretty packed house for the most part. It was 1,846, I want to say. It was fun though. I don't got too much else on the recap for you guys. Just you have any questions, concerns, or if anything among that, I guess, leave a comment down below. Like, comment, subscribe as always. We love you guys here at Team Extra. We will be out at some events here soon. There is 2 regionals coming up. Columbus is on 6/16, but that's on a Sunday. We can't do that. Let's see. And then there is 6/23 is Indianapolis Regional. Can't do that because that's also a Sunday. I don't go on Sundays. Some of my other team members might, but I can't go. But that is all I got for you guys. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching as always, and we'll see you next time.